Welcome to Buffalo, New York, and UB Stadium, home of the Buffalo Bulls, where the fans know that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bulls. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside. They get him on the ground at the 20. So Buffalo's offense will get the first possession of the game. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Handoff from the gun. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Bulls have this offense rolling. Knocking on the leg. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Auburn's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football. Which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to run for it. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. The expressway is wide open. Offense on. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He makes the connection. Tackled immediately after the catch. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Pope. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Go for it on 4th and inches. They'll try it on the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense headed back to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. That's reeled in, attach it. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the right side. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 25. Touchdown Bulls. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive.
What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
No doubt, and when you're playing cover 2, you got 2 safeties deep that account for the whole field, right? I got half the field, you got half the field. So they do a great job. You have to see and have good vision on the quarterback. You got to make sure you're breaking on the football. How about the strong safety spinning down?
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David, right now on that last play, he had no chance.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but also.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Snags it over the middle. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big kickoff and a first down for this offense. He leaves it with his back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Gets it out quickly. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
Quarterback checking off. Now from inside the red zone. Floating away. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Third and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He finds his man. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. He's looking to throw. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Here's the handoff. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action. They're bringing heat. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you...
He's off to the races. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. All wideouts, no backs. The snap sets up to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And the Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Hauls it in. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They want to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Coming after him. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. It's still 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. Touchdown, Buffalo! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Back to throw, it's Pope. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh my, he just shanked that one. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's out past the 35. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Buffalo. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bulls will boot it away to start the second half. Set to advance on the football. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen boots right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Pope. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground.
And boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense is first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, you get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
This quarterback part of their running game. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if some...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Zings it complete to the right. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He's got an open man. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown Bulls. And the route is on. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Pope. On the move, he fires. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Tigers are rolling down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the head.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Got his man downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking for the score. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
With the first down. Away from the 33. The give from the gun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
He's got him wide open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Makes the catch, he's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for him.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them, you know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. Fourth down, no problem.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter